Hi, this is Whitney Kell. I'm really excited to share with you a reading from the Love Cards by Robert Lee Camp. Now, what I love about this book in my coaching practice is it allows me to be more self-aware, not of just myself, but when I find out someone's birthday and their birth month, all I have to do is flip to the card of the deck of playing cards that's associated with their birthday. And it tells all kinds of insightful information. It really, I feel like, gives me information into who someone is, including myself, and maybe what energy is running through. So today I'm going to read the Jacks. So, I mean, there's so many different suits and so many different birthdays associated with the Jacks. I'm going to put it below for all the different suits. But if you are a Jack or you have a Jack in your life, we're going to learn a little bit more about you today. I won't grow up, Peter Pan. The Jack is the youngest member of the royal family. He can be looked upon in several ways, all of them meaningful. First, he can be seen as the prince who will someday become the king. As the prince, he is youthful, romantic, creative, witty, and charming. However, he has not yet been given the responsibility and power that comes from the king, nor does he want so much responsibility. Jacks just want to have fun and play. At the same time, they want to be treated with respect and some measure of admiration. Someday, perhaps, they will become kings. The transformation from youthfulness to responsibility is one of the most important lifelong themes for the Jack person. Another way to see a Jack is as the counsel to the king. He is influenced with the king, but has his own interests at heart. He sits in the royal court, but assumes none of the overall responsibility for what happens. He can be bribed if you want him to act on your behalf, influencing the king in a certain way. Overall, he is somewhat dishonest, but very creative and resourceful in keeping all of his affairs in balance without getting caught. He is a master of deception and stealth and can never be truly trusted. These two pictures just about sum up the usual qualities of Jack birth cards. Deception and stealth. The youthful creativity is there in overwhelming abundance. Along with that is the temptation to misuse that creative energy for fun or profit, or simply to avoid unpleasant situations that one may have to face as a result of being 100% honest. The Jack of Hearts stands out as the only exception to this. But in truth, many of these people also succumb to the misuse of their creative forces. However, overall, the Jack of Hearts has such a spiritual connection that they tend to focus more of their energy on being the martyr or savior and don't have much time for the craftiness of the other Jacks. Still, they are Jacks, and every once in a while, even they get caught up in the mischievous gleam in their eyes that tells you they are up to something. But Jacks are also deemed the initiates of the deck. Initiation implies rising to a new, usually higher level. It is this new beginning that implies ending of some past ways of being. For the Jack, many of them are here to show that they can rise above their material nature to one that is more spiritual and less attached to worldly goods and matters. For a Jack to be truly self-realized, they will have to access the higher qualities of their suit in some fashion. This would mean the Jack of Hearts becoming a vessel for spiritual love, the Jack of Clubs for spiritual knowledge, the Jack of Diamonds a representative of higher values, and the Jack of Spades an example of one whose life is lived on a higher spiritual principles. Many Jacks achieve this, and many do not. In their highest expression, they represent that person who has lifted him or herself up to a higher level of self-expression. This also implies letting go of their lower natures, which in many cases are quite strong and difficult to renounce. Jacks are always tempted to misuse their tremendous gifts, and many of them will never rise to anything but a thief. They have such a creative mind that they can tell lies that anyone would believe without question. This mind represents a great gift, but it is up to them to put it to a positive use. Those who do can achieve much. Those who do can achieve much. Their naturally mental nature also makes it more difficult for them to know their own feelings. When they have so much success using their minds, their hearts are rarely used in getting what they want. All of these qualities combine in the Jack person to give them their life's biggest challenge: to seek the solutions to their problems by looking within. Instead of using their wits and craftiness to get by, this turning within is the initiation that all Jacks represent. Love it. Okay, so your Jack also might be a planetary ruling card, and I think that would be worth reviewing this. So if you know somebody whose planetary ruling card is Jack, I think this is helpful. And what do you think? Put a post below if you have a comment. Congratulations on being a Jack. You're on the spiritual path. Cheers.